Hey, everyone, and welcome to Medicae's Orders. You can trust us. We're doctors.
Just not that kind of doctors.
We're off.
Almost.
So I forgot we were doing the bid until he started.
I specifically remembered earlier today that we had to do the bit, that we agreed to do the bit. So I was like, make sure you start the bit. And after that, it's everyone else's problem. Welcome to the show. I'm again Seth the Mad Doc, one of your lovely hosts here. I'm joined by below me, Francois. And I'm going to point, even though on my screen it's opposite, but I'm going to point over here to our other host, Nathan.
Yeah, let's see, how does this? No, it's working.
Well, to me, it's opposite. So
okay.
You're Canadian and I'm American.
Did you not mirror your camera?
No, metric versus imperial. So
what?
Don't worry about it. How has everyone been doing?
Let's start with Francois. Francois, how have you been?
I've been doing great. The semester's over. I've given my last lecture until January. There is a lot of grading to do, but I try not to think too hard about that. It does mean that I don't have to go on campus for the next month, which is great.
That's good.
Yep. Nice.
We're all for you not working.
Yeah, I mean, the less I work, the happier I am. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
It means we can put them to work in the content mines instead.
Actually, it's funny because
you're going to be cranking out so many bat reps.
The part of the work that I like is over, but the part of the work that I don't like, the grading, is the next 2 weeks. I did grade a wonderful paper on Tupperware parties in the 1950s and feminism. It was great.
Okay.
So their final papers, how long are they? How many students you got?
So these are for my fourth year class. It's 22 students, and they're 20-page papers roughly.
How do you write 20 pages on Tupperware parties?
Oh, believe me, you could probably write a book about this. Okay, so to give you a little bit of context, this is all about the post-World War II return to domesticity and normalcy, and the Cold War.
I'm just waiting for Tupperware.
The way you're looking at me now is just freaking me out.
Sorry, it won't look at you here. There you go.
All right. So domestic containment, about how like the return to the nuclear family, the post World War II
containment, Tupperware. I got there.
No, that's not why. And then it's about how women managed to regain some agency by selling Tupperware.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big thing in the 50s.
It wasn't the route I thought we were going to take, but we got there, I guess.
It was a fascinating paper. I'm not doing it justice. I gave it a very good grade.
I believe.
I love how our first comment is, F yeah, I'm joining a Warhammer podcast about Tupperware parties.
This is exactly what I envisioned.
It's just the vibe of our show,
when we decided, 100%. Let's do a show. So, Resurrect, welcome. This is what you're getting for the next, I don't know, however long we do this. Nathan, how have you been doing?
There's a lot of different ways to interpret that, Seth.
Yeah, there is.
How long we do this. Come for the Warhammer 40K, stay for the potpourri of coverage of whatever we get. I'm doing pretty good. It's post Thanksgiving. We did a Friendsgiving, and then we hung out and watched the WWE Survivor Series on Saturday with a bunch of friends. We did an event called Soup-vivor where we all brought soup. Yes, you can tell that I am friends with a lot of nerds, Francois.
I was just telling myself I wish I was there. It sounds great.
Yeah. There are like 5 kinds of soup, including a chili, which I don't think is soup, but it could be
stew.
Soup.
That, like, if it's anything, it's a stew. Yes. What's the viscosity index between soup and stew?
That's a good question, but we're not going to talk about it.
If you can put the spoon on top of it and it doesn't sink, it's not soup.
Correct. That's fair. Other than that, I got my paper job offer for the postdoctoral position, which is good. It means I will be gainfully employed starting mid-January, which is nice. No matter what, gainful employment is always good.
Capitalism, yes.
I'll be.
I hear that's how you get your freedom, by selling Tupperware.
Yes, I'm gonna sell the most amazing Tupperware at the School of Dentistry. I don't know how I ended up there, but I'm in the School of Dentistry.
Why not?
Just rotating through academic departments. I started out in microimmuno, went over to the Department of Pediatrics, to the Department of Surgery, to proteomics, and then now I'm over in dentistry. It's great. It's great.
Just checking them off the list. It's like the strange version of medical Thanos Infinity Gauntlet.
It's true. I'm gonna eventually be able to snap my fingers and get $5 or a pizza party. One of the two.
See, I just had a flashback. All right. Do you remember the summer book club for Pizza Hut?
Yes, they still do that.
Where you had a button and they would put stickers on it for you reading so many books, and once you filled it up, you got a free personal pan pizza.
Mm-hmm. They still do that, Seth.
Okay.
That was how they used.
Whatever gets people to read, I guess.
So apparently, that program was so successful that they've kept it going the entire time because it increased literacy levels tremendously. They were like, we know what to do. Look how successful this program is. All we need to do is give them pizza, and then all those people
motivate the people.
That's how those people.
That worked for me. I read
middle. They all became middle management in companies and always remembered pizza being a motivator and never left.
How's your week been, Seth?
Interesting. I too am on the job hunt, like Nathan. I have 2 written offers right now. I have another interview tomorrow. I had a lunch thing with another potential business option here locally. So it's all looking good. It's still a little weird. I was telling the guys in chat today that for bureaucratic reasons, I had to submit my letter of resignation today, which is not effective until the end of March. So it felt weird to submit the letter of resignation, not having the next job officially locked down. But I also understood that, like, my bosses were like, we need this so we can begin the process of changing the things that need to be changed.
So instead of giving 2 weeks notice, you gave 4 months notice.
Basically.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So it was odd, but we did it. So, nothing bad happened yet. So I've been, I actually, we were talking pre-show about teams. I played a team game the other night with Green Tide because my team, for a little Discord I'm in, threw around ideas, and actually went over to statcheck because they were like, we think we want to put you on Tau because you said you played anything. I was like, yeah. And they're like, we just need you to be like on a Tau list and just blow people off the board. And I was like, okay, I don't know. Hop over to the Tau chat. Hey guys, give me a list that'll blast someone off the board. And to be fair, I got some suggestions, and then about an hour later, my team was like, actually, we're just going to first defend you with Green Tide.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, that sure. So I apparently they did. I wasn't even around for pairings. I got Black Templar. We had a fun game. I got 13-7 into them because you don't have enough OC, sir.
Because bodies.
Correct. I was like, I have the OC. You do not. So let's see how this goes. Yeah. So I've been plugging away painting some Marines. Not Victrix Guard because I am a man of character.
Tell them what the list is, though, Seth. Tell them what the list is, though, Seth. Tell them what it is.
It's the Innis list. Asterisk, maybe not his, maybe someone else's in the Discord, but I'm going to continue to call it the Innis list just because it irritates the current author. It's Hammer of Avernai with Kanokvar, Lone Op Lieutenant. I've made my own personal change. Instead of taking Captain and Terminator armor, I take, get this wild choice, a Calidus Assassin. Unique, I know.
Very original.
A unit of intercessors, a unit of infiltrators, 2 units of scouts, a unit of 5 desolators. I know you probably haven't heard about those in a while, but hey, 2 whirlwinds, 2 storm speeder hammer strikes, and vindicator and 2 redemptor dreads. It plays a game. It's sometimes a very weird game, but it plays a game.
Plays the game of, I'm going to shoot you with whirlwinds for a while and see if you fail a morale test.
It feels really weird to be like, this is not a lone op character, but he has to stand out in the open and stare at something. Yeah, and you're like, they could just shoot this, but then they don't. Or they're like, I'll shoot it with some bolters. And I'm like, it's a Terminator with a feel no pain. You're not killing that with a bolter. So I think it's like this weird, like it's just durable enough that like you got to put something real into it. And then I have a bunch of other things that you really want to put the real things into. So it's like the lowest priority, and they're like, I can take 2 oaths for another turn. No, don't take 2 oaths for another turn.
But is it fun to play, Seth?
It is. I do enjoy like just randomly when people are like, I'm going to charge Kanakvar, and he's like, all right, cool. You charged him with like 5 scouts. Well, he's got 5 attacks at like 8, -2, 2, hitting on 2s, but they're sustained. Oh, I rolled 3 6s. Well, looky there. Suddenly I have 8 hits. Oh, take 7 saves. And they're like, what? My whooping stick.
The truest standard of anything is, can this character pick up 5 scouts and or intercessors?
They just try to like, because they don't want him to like move around and see new things. And so I'm just like, man, I whump you a stick. I win.
Yeah.
Your bonk stick.
You got a bigger stick is what you're saying, is you've got the biggest stick and you're going to bonk people with it.
It's true. But yeah, it's fun. I don't play it particularly well. I think I'll win with it, but I have a lot of people scared of it. That's what's important. A lot of times I'm in Discords and I'm like, hey, I want a game with Hammer of Avernine. Everyone's like, no thanks. I'm like, right. It's mainly because they're like, no, I just want to practice against the good stuff right now, not whatever the bullshit is you're running.
I don't care what nonsense you were smoking. And Seth is really what they're saying.
Yes, that's basically what I'm getting. But I'm taking it as I scared Kit Smithana off. He couldn't play a game. It happened.
So you've gotten a 100% win rate into Kit Smithana is what I'm hearing.
Correct. 100% concessions.
There you go. 100% concessions, 100% win rate. Correct. Wow. Isaac is really anxious about me not reading his messages.
I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, this is definitely 100% Innes's list. Yes. No one else made any changes except for me in changing out the captain to the Calidus. But, I think that's just flavor, text really.
Yeah, it's like the Emperor's Children list that I played at the team event like 10 days ago. It's 100% my own original creation. No one has ever played 3 Demon Princes and 3 Lord Exaltants.
Not even once.
Speaking of flavor, I think I want to get us into our first big topic for the night, which is Grotsmas 2025.
So we're 4 days in.
4 days. Mm-hmm.
We have received I think 3 short stories and an Age of Sigmar.
Emphasis on short.
Yeah. Yes. Like I literally looked at these short stories and I was like, this isn't even like, if I'm a fan of this lore, this is like when you're in the codex and they have a pretty picture and then they have like that like 1.5 wide column of text on the side. That's the length of these shorts. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like.
So for my local store, we write session write-ups after D&D sessions, and most people write longer session write-ups than stories is the problem. Like they write full session write-ups in character for sessions, like about everything that happens during a one-shot. Yeah. And they are almost universally longer than the one-shot than these stories that they are writing for the show.
When I read the first one about the Tyranids and Titus coming to save the day, I thought it was going to be an interesting story. Yeah, and then it just ended. Nothing happened.
Well, and I thought of it more along the lines of like, oh, they're telling us about Titus. That means probably tomorrow we'll get more Titus stuff. And they're like, nah, moving on.
That was Sigmar.
Yeah, and I get it. You want to represent all the game systems. We got spoiled last year. We got so spoiled last year. It was all 40K. It was all rules. They were good, they were bad, whatever. But it was every day we were all like, holy crap, did you see what happened today? So I get that like it was going to be a letdown period because they were like, hey, it's not going to be just 40K and it's not going to be just rules. So expectations were tempered.
Now, on the flip side, remember how broken some of those attachments were? Maybe it's a good thing.
I loved my tactical brigade and you be quiet about it.
And Star Shatter.
Star Shatter. Yeah, Star Shatter.
And what was the Slanesh one? Legion of Excess?
Yeah.
Legion of Excess. Well, Chaos Demons got a full codex during Grotsmas last year. They got their whole codex.
On the one hand, yes, that was great, but also some of those might have benefited from a little bit more quality control.
I think the bigger thing for me is, I guess, at the outset for the calendar, they could have been like, this is kind of what we're really doing. And like 3 days of the week, you're going to get lore. 1 day of the week, you're going to get painting stuff. And 1 day of the week, you're going to get rules for a random thing, essentially. Well, it's like so far we've gotten like a painting guide, which I looked at the Horus Heresy painting, which wasn't really a Grotsmas thing, but was a release thing that they did. I don't think it was a Grotsmas thing. And it's quite cool. I downloaded that PDF and took a look at it. Was it? I can't. Oh, yeah. It is. It's a Grotsmas Day 3. And that's actually, I quite like it. Like, it's pretty cool. Every single Legion gets like a breakdown for how to paint it in like the heavy metal style, which, you know, take it or leave it.
It felt like do you remember the old GW Paint app?
Yes.
It felt like a recycle of that, because you could click on like, I want to paint this type of yellow, and it would pull out and say, it showed you like a backpack of a Space Marine, and it was like, this is how we painted this using this technique. So it felt like I just kind of recycled that, which is fine. I don't know. I was just expecting this to start off with a bit more of a bang, and it feels like it just kind of like every day you're like, oh, did that happen today? Like there hasn't been a real big exciting kickoff.
Well, it's only been 4 days. Maybe they're actually building up to something.
Yeah. I don't want I don't want a tantric rules release. Okay.
You don't want to.
I don't want to be rules edged for weeks. Okay.
I will say the funniest part about this
immediate gratification.
Third parties had done the bigger reveals. So like today, Creative Assembly, who does the Total War series, like did their End Times preview trailer.
Yeah.
Which has Nagash in it. Nagash? I don't know.
Nagash. The Nagash, but that's because I first learned his name in French like 30 years ago. So,
you know, however we pronounce his name, but
they had like a whole 30 years ago. By the way, it was amazing.
You mean when he had the big hat?
Yeah.
He's like on this little square base. He's like that tall.
Yeah, but he's fully metal though.
Yeah, he was
crap out of your opponent with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If your opponent started to piss you off, you put it in a sock and beat him with it. It's fine. Like the old metal Carnifex.
Or Dreadnought.
But
I had the Chaos Space Marine old metal Dreadnought with like the little tentacle
extra
arm
spikes. The Power Scourge, I think.
Sure, maybe.
Oh, and then they did the Dawn of War story trailer today as well.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that.
The Lion is coming to Dawn of War 4, is what they're doing. The Dark Angels and the Blood Ravens are sticking together.
That'd be great. We've got it like basically no Lion lore since he woke up from his nap, right? We had
he's got
one book and that's it.
You don't ask questions, okay? We just Lion's doing what he wants.
I just want... Look, if GW delivers one thing for me, it's that I want one of the short stories to just be Gilliman and the Lion meeting each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, just do that. But knowing GW so far, they would get to the end where they shake hands or they see each other from across the room and then it cuts off the story.
What if it was just like real awkward? They were like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" And you're like, "Oh shit, you're alive? Oh, hey, man, how's it going?" I was gonna look for you. I swear, I was gonna come find you. I was on my way. Was your birthday last week? Shit. Oh man, sorry, dude. I got lost in the mail.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is that Gilliman would be like, "Oh, you're here right now," and closing the door because Jeffrain is on the other side of it.
Honey, be quiet.
No shit.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Yeah.
No. My girlfriend's out. Yeah, I'll introduce you next time.
But that's kind of
like Saint Celestine. Can you come over just for like an hour or two next week?
That's pretty much it. They showed off some new episodes of Black Talon and stuff like that, but overall, it's just stories, and like that would be okay. But I feel like they delivered too high last year.
Yeah, we were spoiled.
And then this year they didn't reset expectations. Be like, look, it's just not going to be that. It's going to be like 90% lower, like short stories. I think people would have been more okay with it as it is.
So, what other burning topics do we want to talk about? What about Francois' fall into the Victrix?
I don't know why you're surprised by this. It's my painting 3 of the overpowered unit is kind of my brand.
I guess I could just grab this hobby picture so we can show it off for everybody.
Me. There is a child.
There is a child.
Aww.
Francois, that is the kind of loving content that we want to see. We're gonna show you this
just before the war crime.
Just before the war crimes. Yes,
you humanized yourself before you dehumanized yourself.
So yeah, Francois sent this to us in our backstage chat, being like, "Look what I'm doing."
Listen, I got a whole 2 RTTs this month. I need to go terrorize with these.
Because you really need those RTT wins.
No, but there's no. I don't have a GT until late January, and by then it might be too late.
Fair. I guess that's fair.
I have a team.
I think you enjoy your more DACA-esque army for a bit.
They do look genuinely cool. Now, I would buy 1 box for the cool look, not 3. But
wait, are they 6 to a box?
Oh no, they're 3 to a box.
They're 3 to a box.
Oh, okay.
But I think to me the funniest part about this is, are these like the only unit in your army that are painted to chapter appropriate specifications?
So when I do the chapter specific units, I paint them their chapter colors, and then the rest of the Space Marine units are in my custom scheme. So that if I have Calgar and Victrix, they're going to be blue. If I have the Lion, he's painted with the green armor, and so on.
You know, in 2020 LVO, that wouldn't have flied.
Well, we don't live in 2020 LVO times anymore.
In the before times, where if you were using Marines, they would all have to be the same color scheme.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna close this now because it's giving me trauma.
They look good.
The banner is very intimidating. I'm kind of afraid to paint it.
It's also
Just
like 3
brush.
Marines tall.
Oh yes, it's very large. But there's a lot of detail on that banner.
I'm not surprised. They are really cool looking models, though. I like the Force Axe look of all the looks that they do for models. The Force Axe look is quite cool.
You mean Power Axe?
Power Axe, sorry.
Force Axe would be librarians, sir.
What if they all
I remember back when you could power up your force weapon with a psychic ability and make it an instant killed weapon or instant death. And then you would just have to get one failed save through, and then you'd suck the life out of your opponent.
Is this the same time where they had 2-up rerollable and vulnerable saves as well?
Yes, that too.
Okay.
But if they failed.
and stomps from knights were D weapons and would instant kill everybody underneath a template.
Yep. There was a lot of things going on back then, but you know, again, look, I'm the before times.
I once talked to somebody and they got this like 1,000-yard stare in their eyes, and they're like, "Yeah, one time I ran a Wraith Knight forward, and they would stomp 3 times. You put 3 pie plates in succession, touching one another, like one touching the Wraith Knight, and then the other 2 touching the different.
So it would dance out of combat, kill something that was out of combat, and then dance back to the combat."
Yeah. Like, and then it would kill pie plates of things like in sequence. So you'd be like, blam, blam, blam.
Remember when Wraith Knight could Overwatch and Dev Wound spilled over? That wasn't that long ago. I remember very well because I played against Eldar 3 times at the WTC, and I scored a 3, a 3, and a 5, and that was really good.
Yeah, that was. I'm going back to some of the literal first tournament I ever played. Was like 2013-ish, 2014, probably 2013, living in Baltimore. And I convinced my friends that I were playing at a store, and they were like, we're going to run a teams event. And it was doubles. And so I convinced my friends, like, we should all sign up for this. This will be great. This sounds like fun. So I signed up for it with my buddy Greg. And my buddy Greg has a beautifully painted Chaos Army. It's Alpha Legion, but he painted all the vehicles Ultramarines because he was like, no one stops an Ultramarine Rhino at the checkpoint. But like, you'd be like, if you look there, like the paint would be peeled on one spot, and there'd be like, you know, Alpha Legion stuff coming out. So like, he did it thematically, but it's like, he's like, I brought my thematic Chaos Space Marine Army, and I'm like, and I brought Orcs, and at the time it was like battle wagons with death rollers were what I'm obsessed with.
Oh, was that back when the transport capacity of a truck was how many orcs you could actually physically?
No, I'm not that old. Shut up. No, this was back when if you tank shocked someone with a vehicle, they could either get out of the way and like fail a leadership check and not do a bunch of crap, or they could like stand and try to like kill you before it hit them. So the death roller would just do a bunch, like regardless, you just do a bunch of like strength 10 hits to someone, which at the time would be like, if you fail, you're dead. You're just instant killed. And if you try to like, I'm going to stand and try to shoot it, it would do a bunch more strength 10 hits to you because you stood still and got, you know, hit with the death roller. So I was like, yeah, this will be great because I was playing it at our local store and it was fun. And the first thing we paired into was the Zinch Screamer Star 2-up invuln rerollable ones that was just like, you'll kill nothing. And then it was like, because it's like teams. And so we got unkillable Zinch Screamer Star and then Orc Luda spam behind it. So it was just us sitting there being like, oh God, I'm dead. Just getting anytime we tried to move forward, there'd be screamers in our face. Like they weren't doing a ton of damage, but you were never getting out of that. And if you ever were like, I got free, there was just like a pile of orcs just shooting at you. And it was like, I think I owned like 5 Ludas at that point. And I was like, what the hell are these? So that was young Seth. Well, not young Seth. That was mid-20s Seth getting his ass kicked. And then for some reason still play tournaments. So yeah, woo.
My first tournament was in 8th edition, Seth.
I think that was what I described was 6th edition.
Yeah. 8th edition, my first event I played Triple Riptide Tau.
You played as or against?
As Triple Riptide Tau. Because I started
You've been disappointing
40K.
The whole time. Got it.
I'd started playing 40K and I picked up a Tau army because that was like, somebody sold like 3,000 points of Tau for like $150. And I was like, okay, sweet, an army.
Yeah,
I was like, sweet, an army. I'm a Tau player now because there's very few better bangs for buck than $150 for 3,000 points of anything.
Oh yeah,
yes.
And
I could play there.
So I went to an RTT and I had not played a game of Warhammer 40K since 3rd edition, essentially, and hadn't really played at a tournament either ever. And so my first game of Warhammer 40K in 8th edition was at an RTT. And my first opponent was also playing Triple Riptide Tau. And he was like, what the fuck?
Tell me this was a Crusade tournament.
No, it was a regular. It was an Adepticon prep tournament. And I won against one person and then lost on the last turn against the second person. And then got completely annihilated by another Triple Riptide list. But I beat the Gene Stealer Cold Army by standing on top of ruins. And my whole army was like 5 inches off the ground. And he was like, what? And his entire army died. And it was very funny. I laughed a lot.
Francois, what was your first tournament? Make me proud.
I didn't play tournaments when I first started playing Warhammer. We just played with my friends, and then I stopped playing when I went to grad school. So first tournament would have been early 8th edition. I think I was actually playing Guard at that one. I did not do very well.
Okay, early 8th edition Guard. What could that be?
I don't even remember.
Right.
I've since sold that army. I don't actually enjoy Guard.
You're a man of taste, I see. Thank you.
It might have been Tyranids. I don't know. It was the very early 8th edition. I don't remember more than that.
To Seth's credit, what happened immediately afterwards? Bullied by everybody for playing Tau to the point that I sold him and picked up Drukhari instead.
Oh yeah.
Nope, I'm still here.
You went from Tau to Drukhari.
Is that I got bullied so much for playing Tau that I started playing to Drukhari. Nobody really gave me any shit for playing Drukhari, and then the book.
I gave you plenty of shit for playing.
Started annihilating people.
Gave you plenty of shit for that. Just saying.
I didn't know you the whole time.
You said nobody, and that hurt me personally because I am a somebody.
Are you though?
In my mind.
It sounds more like
all the heroes of our own stories.
Sounds like you're really just one more trophy on Drazar's base, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to lecture you about college football if you keep this up.
That's not what your doctorate is in. Don't lecture on off-topic, Seth.
Okay, fine. We all have to stick to what our degrees are in. This will be a real interesting show. Yeah. Now I play friggin' whatever floats my boat, essentially. You play whatever list Anthony writes?
No, that's Innis. And then sometimes I take Innis's lists and accidentally.
So you get like the hand-me-downs?
I do. I did send Innis before this team tournament that we're now playing in the Vizsla team tournament. I sent him an Eldar list where I was like, I think this is what I want to play. And he sent it back to me, made one unit change, and changed it to his list. He was like, I think you should take this out and put this in, and then it'll be there and it'll be good. And it was just Innes's Eldar list. And I was like, Innes, you just made it your list. And he's like, oh, that's funny. I have been doing pretty well with that, though. And it's true. Anthony's in chat, and I do not listen to Anthony very often.
Wait, Anthony's in chat?
Yeah, he's right there, Vines Vanilla. Right there, in chat. See?
I don't see him. Whatever. I don't see any comments for actually. Oh, there, yeah. Okay.
Seth, you're really not getting rid of the boomer label very much after talking about Boomer Hammer for a while there as well.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
I'll be. I don't think I'm actually the chronologically oldest guy on this show, but
that would be me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I am, but
yeah. The only problem is
the boomer label, so I'll take it.
It's because
boomer is a state of mind,
True. You did talk about in kind of loving ways about 6th edition Warhammer, and then you talked about how you couldn't find the comment bar that is on the right hand side of the screen.
Look, I had the private chat bar open. All right.
Anthony's got the best comment actually, which is Seth better hope there's no PDFs to rotate in his new job.
Once upon a time, I interviewed at a place where that wouldn't have been a problem because their medical records were 5x7 index cards.
Why? Why would you do that?
And I said,
but you can't get hacked that way.
I said, what happens when you lose them? They're like, well, yeah, we just lose them. And I'm like, that's illegal. So I do take during all these interviews, I'm like, tell me about your medical record software. I don't ask them about the needs to rotate PDFs, but I'll add that to my list, Anthony.
I will tell Anthony, though, that he can write my list for the charity GT next week. It just has to be something that he can give me, though, for the tournament.
You can write the list as long as you provide the models.
Look. Yeah. All right. Do we want to talk about something that isn't how old Seth is for a second?
I mean, I did go to a team event since last time we did this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
we could
you should tell us
about how you
tell us about your team
and played a fair list and.
Well, we went to Sudbury. We talked about Sudbury and the giant nickel.
We did. Yes.
We did talk about I did not
Copper
go see the
and
giant
nickel mining. Great place.
And we only got a little bit of snow on the road to and from Sudbury, so that was great because it is a 5.5-hour drive on a 1-lane highway, mostly going through a provincial park. So there's literally nothing there. It's a bit of a trek, but lovely event. We were in a college gymnasium, which means that all the tables had little socks on their feet to not mark the floors, which was very funny. All the tables and chairs, they had little socks for the legs. It's great.
Was this
okay?
Cambridge.
It was like on a basketball court.
Is this Cambridge College that you were at?
I forget the name of the college, but whatever college is in Sudbury, I don't think there's more than one.
It's true. And it was established in 1967.
Oh, okay. You were Googling as we were talking.
Seth, like, I'm going to prove you guys knowledge. I know how to use the internet.
See, I'm not a boomer.
Ooh, it was bilingual until 1995.
Well, it's bad of a drive by my standards, because especially on the way back. Because on the way there, it was during the daytime, that was great. But on the way back in the dark, it was kind of annoying. But I was driving with friends, and so that makes it a lot more bearable. You get to tell Warhammer stories for 5.5 hours. And we stopped at a really great burger place on the way back. And now I forget, but the name was like the Burger Restaurant or something like that. It was in North Bay, I want to say.
Do you want anyway, to know notable alumni are from Cambridge College or Cambridge College?
I took Emperor's Children, and this is such a fun army. Emperor's Children, if you look at the stats, don't seem to be performing really well, but let me tell you, they're really, really good. They get to do whatever they want because they're super fast. And sure, there's, in theory, some restrictions, but as long as you keep in mind what order you should do things in, those restrictions are kind of fake. So that was super fun. We played 5 cool rounds of Warhammer, and I think I scored something like 93 out of 100 diff points through the weekend. Let's see, it was 20 against Space Marine round 1, and then it looks like the VCP is kind of broken because the placings are hidden for some reason.
So we just have to take your word for your results? Oh, I don't like that. This is a cite your sources podcast.
Ah, there we go. No, I got it. The placings are hidden, but you can look at the rounds, which is kind of strange.
Primary sources.
Well, I can send you screenshots if you don't trust me. I can look. 20 into Space Marines round 1. Then round 2, I got a 16 into World Eaters. That was a 60 Berserker list, 3x20, which actually is harder than that. It shouldn't be a 16, but my opponent, great guy, good Warhammer player, but he was new to the list. He had only played it once or twice before, and that list does... It's a little bit technical, especially if you want to use the 6-inch pylons properly. So he didn't have enough practice to really make that shine. So that was a fun game, though. And then after that, 20 into Drukhari.
Are you just trying to suck up to Anthony by saying World Eaters?
Round 4, 20 into Custodes. Oh, that was a hilarious matchup. Custodes do not like Emperor's Children. I don't understand how we got that pairing. But actually, I know how we got that pairing. My opponent...
I will ask a stat-based question. What did Custodes like to be paired into?
That's a very good question. But he was playing, my opponent, Anthony, was playing the guard spam list, which is actually, I'm told, quite good. I don't do Custodes, so I don't know for a fact. But Innes was talking about it in the Discord today. It's a good list, but he was under the mistaken assumption that he could take some points off of Emperor's Children, and there's just so much damage 3 in the Emperor's Children list. It's not going to happen. And then round 5, we were playing for the tournament win against the Red Dragon team, our lovely sponsors. And unfortunately, my team couldn't quite pull it off. We lost 88-72, but I smashed AdMech 17-3. Because AdMech is very good right now, but they do not like fast pressure. And it was Search and Destroy, and I went first, and I just touched everything.
You also have like the perfect guns into them, right?
Yeah.
It's like all damage.
I'm undefeated into AdMech right now, and I will not play any more AdMech, so I can continue to say that.
Yeah, you just stop now. Well, seriously, I also am undefeated into AdMech.
I'm 2-0 into AdMech with Green Tide. I'm done. I'm good.
And it was a fun event. So the Beer and Pretzel Open started years back as a more casual event, as the name implies, and they still do some fun things. Like every round, there's a special challenge. Like round 1, it was if you roll a 1 into a 1, with a CP reroll, you get a special prize. And then there was one for killing a monster or a vehicle with a pistol. There was one for exploding and killing your own stuff. Of course, the pistol one is not in a world where Vanguard vets with Inferno pistols are all over the place. That one maybe was a little too easy to get done. But they had like cool thematic prizes for that, and then every player gets a goodie bag at the end with a giant pretzel and 2 beers to take home.
Nice.
I think we need to point out to Isaac that bragging about a 18-2 and a 20-0 into AdMech using Victrix is not the flex that he thinks.
I still haven't played 18 Victrix, but I'm looking forward to it. For the RTT I'm going to in next week, not this weekend, the one after, I'm taking 18 Victrix in 3 Land Raiders. Because it's going to be on GW boards, and I can never play Land Raiders because I always play WTC.
Now?
What?
Are you Mark Hurdle?
No, but I think it's a cool list. I did see his list, and it did well, and it gave me the idea. So it's 1 Redeemer, 2 regular Land Raiders, 18 Victrix to go inside. Let's go. There's not much else in the list, let me tell you.
The time I've ever beaten Mark in a practice game or any game is when we had unnerfed Mordaka.
Okay.
And I tabled him in 2 turns. Like, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, it's an RTT. It doesn't super matter. I want an excuse to paint 2 more Land Raiders and my 18 Victrix. So there we go.
Also fair.
I'll just keep.
I will say for Custodes,
my desolate.
Because I own 5 Land Raiders, but only 1 is painted.
I'm disappointed. Come on, get.
Well,
get
I'm painting
that.
actually 3 more because while I was painting 2 more Land Raiders, I threw the Crusader on the paint desk as well. So now it's airbrushed and just waiting for details.
Do you have a Redeemer painted?
Yeah, the Redeemer is the one that's painted.
Ah, there you go. I can tell.
I took a Redeemer to WCW, the first one, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Back when everybody was taking Redeemers, yes. I suppose.
I was playing Blood Angels, Salamanders. It was kind of a weird list. I did all right. I think I went 5-3 at that one.
I mean, that's pretty good for WCW, all things.
Yeah, the next year I went 3-5. So over 2 years, I'm perfectly average.
Yeah. 50%. Exactly. Perfect.
In that field, I'll take it.
Exactly. And Seth, for your information. The stats say that Custodes like Necrons, Imperial Knights, Orcs, Chaos Space Marines, Tyranids, and Chaos Knights as matchups.
That's a decent number of matchups.
Like you can occasionally just on a heavy terrain board in WTC, like you're not getting rid of 34 Adeptus Custodes bodies in some lists.
Yeah, on a heavy table, it can definitely do work. Oh, but and I am right that EC has like a terrible win rate, right? That's what it is right now.
I'll pull it
I don't understand that.
We're turning into stat check. This
is
too much hardcore 40k content.
No, I'm saying I don't understand what people are doing with EC because this army is so good.
My favorite thing about this snapshot, though, is that they have a 46% win rate and a 0.69 over rep. And I'm like, I see Emperor's Children right on the money.
Like no one changed. Everyone just.
To be fair, I'm playing it for teams, and when you get to be your team's pairings princess, you can make that army really shine.
That would be nice one day. One day I'll be that guy.
The biggest problem with that army is just kind of that it has no additional durability really to face off with things if it needs to. Like your all power armor bodies.
The demon princes are semi resilient.
Nothing else though.
Ish.
Yeah.
But
ish.
You don't have durability strats. You don't have ways to be like on demand. Oh my god, I need to not die.
I think
there was some sort of cardinal or bishop on the show recently that talked about different important things in 40k, and durability was one of them.
Oh, the Pope.
You got there. Good job.
It's like cardinal or bishop.
I think the issue with EC is you can go so fast that it gives you so many things you can do, and I think people do the things because they can, but often the move is to not do the thing even if you can.
As somebody
that's actually really, really hard to do sometimes, like just holding yourself back.
As somebody who has notoriously made a single bad decision like that before, and Anthony tried to talk me out of it forever, and I still made the bad decision. Sometimes you just got to hold back and wait. Sometimes you drive opponents actually a little crazy by just sitting where you're at, and they just stare at you and they're like,
you don't, and they're like, but my plan was for you to come out first.
Yeah. But my plan for you to be in the open and kill you with no cover has been foiled.
I have another team event in January, and I think I'll probably still be on EC for that because one of my teammates is probably taking the Space Marines. That one's in Toronto. It's only a 5-man though, which feels weird because I feel like we have so many 8-man team events that it's been years since I've gone to a 5-man event.
All right, I got a team rant.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it.
Okay, so everyone's gonna hate me, but I have for a while thought that it was a bad idea to have teams.
Okay.
I think Team 40K is a bad idea.
You were not the only one.
Because
lots of people still are of this opinion. So.
It subdivides the community. You've got teams players and singles players, and some people do both, and some people are Anthony and they stay over in the teams land.
I'm deeply unreasonable. I do both.
Yeah. But from a, same like multiple terrain formats, we're dividing the community to some extent. Like you can't take necessarily a WTC list and be like, yeah, it was winning in all these events. And then I throw it on GW terrain and be like, what the hell? So, okay, sake of argument, you have forced me to accept teams. You have used your Dragon Ball wish and said, Seth is now a teams fan. Got it. Okay. Why do we have multiple team formats? Can we not just have one?
Oh.
There's doubles. I've seen triples.
Yes.
Adepticon does some weird 4-man version, but with like
it's two doubles actually. I think
it's just so weird.
And you swap your partners.
5-man. Yeah. I'm like, guys,
that is what it is. Yeah.
Like it's the number of people you can get to do it, but like let's just TOs just give them one offer.
8 is best, but mechanically it's sometimes hard to organize. So
I'm sorry, get 3 more friends.
Well, sure.
If you are not likable enough to get 3 more friends, you don't get to go. I'm sorry.
The real challenge is if you're a relatively small community.
Yeah.
So like Adepticon teams has been 4-person, 1,000-point mixed.
But there's like a billion people that go to that. You take 2 4-mans and you go.
Yeah, but Adepticon is like
Adepticon's weird and their team event is weird. Yeah, it is not. You're not wrong. It is also
hashtag universal format.
And I have some very good friends who used to go every single year, and they tell me story. And I've never been, but I feel very confident in saying that Adepticon is the boomer event.
It is. It's the oldest Warhammer 40K event in the United States, I think, by far.
I do want to go to Adepticon, but not play in any of the events.
You should. It's actually it actually is a nice convention.
I've heard like all these like great stories of just like, yeah, I was hanging out and I picked up, I was wandering through the hall and there was a demo game and I played it for an hour and it was great. And then I did a one-shot D&D thing, and then these guys over here are doing a little kill team camp, like just kind of like wandering about and having fun, not like because their tournament format is also just like.
Yeah, they have like
4 games in a day, and then maybe you can have food in between, maybe not.
So, Seth, what I'll tell you is it's in Milwaukee now. So I was going to say you could stay with me and just fly in here, but it's in Milwaukee. So
what if you just moved to Milwaukee?
I'm not doing that. That is a terrible place.
I've been there before. It wasn't that bad.
Milwaukee's fine. My father's from there, so I've been in and out of Milwaukee over the years throughout my life. So
I'm going to say if you have to do 3-mans, 4-mans, 5-mans to build up, it's great. And eventually you end up like we locally have the Canterbury Team Tournament where tickets went all sale, and like by the next day, I think they had sold 30 8-man team tickets for an event in Ottawa, right? So eventually you can grow it. Ottawa's not that big a place, but the community is doing good events, I guess.
The hardest thing is to get people to buy in initially, right? Because the first and hardest step is the step to constructing a team. And that's the hardest part for some people, because once they get a team, then it's easy to do the next event because they have a team.
Yeah.
But you're like with any kind of major change, you have to get the community
if you have your core 5 or 6, you can find like the 2 or 3.
Like I said, you can get more friends. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you
the other problem is that running a teams event is significantly more logistically challenging as a TO than running a RTT, because 3 teams of 5 is an RTT, and now I can't play a team tournament with 3 teams of 5. I need 8 teams of 5, right? And now suddenly I have to figure out how to have a GT worth of terrain, and but that scaling as a TO is way harder.
On the flip side, you only need to deal with 1 captain per team instead of all the individuals. So if at Canterbury Team event, 30 teams of 8, instead of dealing with 240 players, you deal with 30 captains.
Yeah. And I like teams as a format. I don't think there's ever going to be a universal format, Seth. Unless GW grabs the community by the head and somehow forces it to play a terrain format specifically for their edition or something like that. There's nothing that they can do to force people to play their version of Warhammer 40K or bust.
We, the community, could just choose to be better. That's what I'm saying. We should just be better.
Have you seen the XK CD comic? The one where it's we need a universal standard. There are too many standards, and then they created. Now there are 6 standards instead of 5. Yeah, that's what you're doing, Seth. You're creating a 6th standard.
Hey, on the bright side, player place terrain seems to have died finally. So
correct.
True.
Our community changes pretty slowly, Seth. Let's be honest. It took the death of player place terrain took 2 editions. It took 2 editions to die.
It's true.
It's true. Player place terrain will always have a soft spot in my heart because it let me win a GT with a Lord of Skulls. Purely in the terrain phase. That's it.
I love everything about that.
I do enjoy the shift in the community where it was my TO hasn't set up my terrain, which was that was before, by the way, that was before player place terrain was the TO set up all the tables. Then player place was the laziest version of TO, which was I dumped a box there, y'all figure it out.
By the way, most of that terrain completely non-functional. They'd be ice crystals and hills.
Yeah, and now we've hit this middle ground where it's a TO might set up the first day's worth of tables, but then they're here's the layout, y'all fix it for tomorrow. Yep. So it's this nice middle ground of laziness. So I like the evolution.
And now we have an app that gives us the dimensions where all the corners go.
It's true.
And even a VR app if you're setting up WTC tables and you have the little round target you can put in the middle of the table.
All right, we're gonna go.
Have you guys seen that one
again? No, I've not seen that.
You've not seen the VR?
I've seen it.
Okay, it's actually impressive. Good. It's not perfect. You do have to double check the measurements, but if you want to quickly set up a WTC table and you have the little
is
puck
that
to
like
in the middle,
rightful rule or something? Is the
listen, I have it on my phone. I could look it up. I think it's just called AR layouts.
Rightful ruler was something, but that was an AR ruler.
AR layouts 40K is the one that I have on my phone.
Okay, wow.
No, I don't think rightful ruler is ever going to quite make it out of development hell, which is what it is in. I do like the AR terrain table setup thing because I've used it at events, and as long as you put the code in the middle, it works really well. Like as long as you center it appropriately.
I bought a neoprene like target to put in the middle. You just measure the middle of the table, put that down, and then your phone does everything else. It's great.
Yeah. There's a trick for GW terrain using the various plates that makes setup take 5 minutes, but it doesn't work for WTC.
How about the GW ones? Once you get used to doing them once or twice, they're very quick.
Correct. And I've used for setting up those tables, having set up a lot of those tables. You just use the base plates and you can measure basically everything off of one base plate. And then
with
done.
WTC, there's a lot more than 8 tables. So because there's 8 per deployment. Some of them are similar or the same, but still, you can't really go from memory.
I will also say that I have started to just make it so I only rotate.
That's how we figure
once.
Most autism at WTC.
Sorry, what?
I figured out how we can figure out who has the most autism at WTC.
Oh God.
We see who can set up the most tables by memory correctly.
It's going to be either the Germans or the Austrians. You just know it, right?
And
I'm just like, that is legitimate. Like how you figure out which guy is the most tism out there. Like, all right, here's the box. Like you just give them this is all the pieces you'll need. And then you just have a judge just like calling out and then they got to go check the measurements. And man, if we want to get Boomer Hammer, we take their tape measures away and they have to do it by sight. There's no pre-measuring.
Oof,
yeah, but you just
are we going to go back to Warhammer 40K where there's pre-measuring? Is that what you're going to call your shot?
The distance between my pinky and my thumb for no reason at all. Just put your hand down on the table for no reason.
And yes, Disflux, it's augmented reality. It's like a little tool, and it puts all the terrain pieces kind of like where they're supposed to go, basically.
And the objectives too. It's very well done.
Objectives. It's very nice. It's convenient. You just have to make. You just have to measure the center.
The models in that thing too, and then.
Some mats are pre-programmed in there, so sometimes you might just have a mat that works for it. But I have the circle.
I've used the circles for doing it as well. So,
you can just print them on paper. But I went fancy and bought a neoprene one.
That is much fancier.
That does sound just like what you would do.
Spend money on something stupid? Yes, that does sound like something I would do.
Bring me my neoprene pre-setup marker. Thank you. And my 18 peasants. All right. I think this is the next big evolution of competitive 40K. And I've talked about it before and it still hasn't caught on. I'm just going to keep throwing this idea out there until it catches in the community. What if you had 40K caddies? They're not coaches. They're just like teenagers that we hire to move models.
Well,
just have some kids, Seth.
No,
bring them with you.
No, you pay caddies at when you go golfing.
I was gonna say I can just bring my son and pay him. Yeah, exactly. He already assembles my models.
And then you're like, oh man, I actually this horde army. Oh, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Well, it depends how much he wants the next video game or Pokemon card or whatever.
Exactly.
But if he's motivated, he does a pretty good job at assembling models.
And then think about it this way, Nathan. You and I could just be sitting in chairs, rolling some dice, maybe having a beverage or a snack, shit talking each other, and then yelling at teenagers to move models for us.
You mean we're just not going to be playing 40K? The two teenagers will be playing 40K for us.
but we'll feel involved enough to say that we played 40K.
In the meantime, you can get one of those long sticks that like generals use to push models around.
Yes, that was an idea. Actually, that idea was originally brought forward by our friends at Mob Rules.
We would have to play fantasy though, old world specifically, I think, to get away with that.
Yes.
Because they're all put in rows anyways on square bases, so they'll stick together.
You have clearly not played Horde Orcs before. I just shoved that shit forward.
Look, I don't play Horde armies because I respect my spine.
I
lift a lot of weights so that I can
for
do
a
it.
couple of months, and I could have used someone to move my models. Yeah.
See. Now the wheels are turning. Now you're like, yeah.
The one event that I brought 120 racks.
Are there rules against caddies at WTC?
Yes.
Probably.
As a fact,
Damn it. Damn it.
There's rules about how many non-player support staff you can have around.
But are they allowed to move models for you?
Because one year the Americans had so many coaches that people got upset.
True.
Yeah.
I don't. It wasn't just the U.S. It wasn't just the U.S.
But it was
particular.
You guys did have like 18 coaches or something.
You guys, as if I'm on the American team.
Yeah,
you're American.
All of our involvement with the Team USA.
Talking mad shit is my involvement with the WTC.
I stayed in their hotel. Does that count as involvement?
You were there. You've been to WTC.
Yeah.
I was on a Polish stream, to be fair.
I was on a English-speaking stream, but it wasn't the U.S. stream.
We spoke English. It was just a Polish country stream. I don't speak Polish. That would have been very strange for me suddenly to develop that skill.
I mean,
all right.
I'd believe it. If you just started talking gibberish and you told me it was Polish, I'd be like, yeah, probably.
If I just added too many consonants and some Cyrillic.
I'd have to check with chat to see if it was real or not. Chat could figure it out for me.
Fair.
Speaking of, do we want to get to some questions?
Yeah. Why don't I do plugs real quick and then
an hour of nonsense is enough.
An hour of nonsense is enough. That's the tagline for the show. Yes.
Fair critique.
And we didn't even get to the whatever college football nonsense you were telling us about.
If someone were to ask me in chat about it, I would be obligated to answer.
No.
About Lane Kiffin.
What have I done?
Someone in chat asked. I would be obligated, but whatever.
All right. All the plugged things are in the show description. Thank you for watching and being an hour into our show. And thank you, everybody, for liking, commenting, and replying on the video from 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. It was really nice to see that people enjoyed the show. We're going to continue to do this on a bi-weekly basis until we run out of motivation to do it.
Or we got
more people just say, please stop.
Or people tell us to stop. Yeah. One of these is going to fall on a holiday, and I don't think we're going to do that one.
Probably.
But we'll probably we'll figure it out as it comes.
Where can people find more information about this show or related shows, Nathan?
Oh, thank you for the leading question, Seth. I appreciate it. So if you want to find out more about the show or you want to join the community for the show, you can go to patreon.com/statcheck, where for $5 a month, you can join the Discord where you can talk to the three of us. All three people are from this show are in that Discord.
You can join in. Probably two online, so we'll answer.
True. Yes, and Francois will be especially online now that he has nothing better to do than to read history.
It's either grading or shitpost on Discord, so I know which one I'm going to be doing.
You can join in on the shitposting and interact with all of us, and that's where you can ask questions. So we are going to pull some questions from the Patreon Discord thread. There aren't a lot of questions. If you have a really interesting question, you can post it in the YouTube chat, and we will answer it most likely.
Oh, there's an interesting one in there.
I mean, I can pull it up then if there's an interesting one in here. Let me find it. Or if you already have it, you should put it up.
I've got it in front of me. It's Mr. Francois. What is a football?
Football. That's for Isaac, who's asking this question. Mr. Francois, what is a football?
Well, ironically, it's a sport that is played with something that is more an oval than a round ball and where you don't really use your feet. So I'm not entirely sure.
That is a good answer. All right. Now to the Patreon Discord. The first question is also from Isaac, funnily enough.
Isaac's just in all the
and it's, why did you use the Eurodate scheme and who hurt you? And it's because I put the Medicae orders queues as 4/12/25, and it's because for every other show on the network, that is how we put the date.
Also, it's not just the Euro date. That's also how we do it in Canada.
I think it's like everybody except the United States.
I'm going to rebel.
It's everybody except the United States, basically, again.
What's the split of the nationality? Like, who's the majority nationality of stat check personalities? We got to get this back to
It's
Team
American.
USA. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're basically Canadian, Nathan. We claim.
Shut up. No, we can't have him. He's mine.
Minnesota's
Canada. Mine, and you can't have him.
This is a fight that I'm perfectly content to just observe.
How much do you know about hockey? We'll start there.
I played and officiated hockey.
There you go.
Damn it. Damn it. All right. What is your opinion on fried food?
You act like the French Canadians don't have like some of the.
I live in the South, son.
Look,
I live in the South.
A meal that changed my entire existence was going up to Ottawa and having shawarma poutine. Life-changing experience. It was amazing, delicious, fantastic. I would go back just for the shawarma poutine. All right.
Disappointed.
Next question's from Tom, which is, how far back should one be leaning to avoid airbrush fumes?
I'm not a great judge of this because I frequently blow my nose afterwards and go, "Oh, look, blue paint or green paint or whatever." I have a little airbrush booth.
Yeah, I have a booth with a fan, and it's enough. If I'm airbrushing something really nasty, like when I'm doing an entire army's worth of streaking grime through the airbrush, which I did for my EC, it improves the look right away. That you don't want to breathe, so I have a full respirator for that.
Honestly, because the solvent for that is flammable, I also don't recommend airbrushing it inside of a brush station, but neither here nor there. I also airbrush it inside of an airbrush station, so it's okay. The one thing
we're just all gonna blow up one day.
You should put yourself far enough back that the airbrush station is pulling the fumes into it.
Yeah, I mean airbrush into the station, not like out of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you should wear a mask.
Well, apparently you're just shooting paint straight up your nose, Seth, because I've never blown my nose and have colors come out.
Seth is an orc. The airbrush is in one nostril and he's spraying the paint on the other nostril.
That's not how you use it. I've read the instructions wrong again.
So yeah, a few like you're supposed to be 6 to 8 inches like away from the airbrush, and model are also supposed to be like a little distant from each other. Like, put some distance
get my eyes
between
checked.
Everything. But wear a mask, please. Like, you can wear a simple like frickin' painter's mask, and you won't sneeze paint or cough out paint or destroy your lungs with micro paints. Acrylics are non-toxic if you eat them. I don't know if they're non-toxic if you inhale them.
Probably not. Yeah, it's probably not great.
I have to look at the SDS for it. All right.
Oh God.
Next question is from the MSDS is next. Dennis asks, favorite fiction and non-fiction books. Series are cool too.
Well, I don't know if it's favorite, but I recently read Red Rising. Which is sort of, I forget the author now, but it's a story about an underclass of red Martians that rises up. It's very proletariat rebellion. It's very, very good. It's kind of harder sci-fi in the sense that they're limited to the solar system and not like Interstellar, but it's a really good series. I've only read the first trilogy, the first 3. I'm going to start the next 3 very soon over the break. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that came to mind.
It's by Pierce Brown, as an aside.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How about nonfiction book? What's your favorite nonfiction book, Francois?
Ooh, well, there's a lot right there. Nonfiction. Let's see.
I like how Francois has to turn around in his chair.
Well, there's too many choices, but one that just caught my eye there is one about the Cuban Missile Crisis called "One Hell of a Gamble," but it's told from Russian sources. I think the authors are Neftali and Volshenko. Anyway, they're Russian historians that write about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
I like it. Seth, fiction and non-fiction book.
I'm gonna be real. Unless it's a medical text, I've not read a nonfiction book.
That counts.
So
what's your favorite? What's your favorite veterinary medical text, Seth?
I'm still too close to my board exam to have any fond emotions to any of them, so none. I guess favorite fiction, like the series, I would say that I enjoyed the most was The Wheel of Time.
Nice, but
that was many years of reading. I will say I have read the original Battlefield Earth, which is by the author of Scientology.
As a teenager, I enjoyed that book.
It was good. It's a fine book. It's a fine book. Just saying, the man can write science fiction. I see why people fell into his cult.
Yes, he can tell a good tale.
Yeah.
But I remember reading those as a teenager and enjoying them. Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan, tell us, what is yours?
So I've been just really driving through these Dungeon Crawler Carl books, and I'm on book 7, I think, now since last time we talked.
Where were you? Wait, no, where were you when we started?
Book 1.
God.
Well, they must be really good.
They're like pulpy, so they're not like an intense thing to read overall. But
have you read Black Library books? We all like
that. The bar is a little higher than a Black Library book for the most part. It's like very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy humor.
Okay, yeah.
With set in a world where Earth has been turned into a survival video game, essentially, for the entertainment of alien species, where they kind of go to Earth and they're going to mine all of its minerals. So they take all the people on it and put them in a dungeon. So they give them all D&D character abilities, and it's lit RPG.
Is it Sudbury is where they're mining all the minerals?
No, they're mining them from the whole planet, and they set up an AI to like be the DM for it, and they sponsor the various dungeon crawlers and stuff like that, and everything in it is like a reference to a pop culture thing or like a twist on Earth mythology, and it's kind of the book is a lot about how violence like breaks people over time, and then also about the horrors of other things that kind of go into real television and stuff like that. It is good though, but it is also very pulpy, and it is a lit RPG show, or it is going to be a show. Somebody licensed it, but it's good. I've been enjoying it a lot. I also enjoyed the Sun Eater series quite a bit, which is quite good, which is by a person whose name I don't think I can remember off the top of my head. For nonfiction, I haven't read anything recently, but there's a book called Chop Suey USA by Yang Chen, which is about how American Chinese food came to be, which is really interesting. The nonfiction books that I tend to read tend to be food writing nonfiction, so about various things like that. Like I have a book about 17th century Parisian bakeries over there in the wall somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is fiction versus nonfiction, but Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential is really, really fun.
I own it. It's good. It's good.
You weren't sure how much of that Parisian baking book was accurate.
17th century,
and therefore calling it potentially fiction.
Look, we did once tell our history professor in undergraduate during our honors course that they asked us to summarize what history is, and we all came up with the answer that history is fan fiction.
What is history?
And our professor was like, I need to sit down for a second.
The actual answer is the study of change over time, but yes.
Yes. We called it fan fiction, which isn't wrong, but also is greatly disturbing to somebody who's professionalized their life around it at the same time.
When my kids were little, they used to say, when asked what I did for a living, that I told stories, which is, accurate,
not
actually.
Wrong.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I will say my favorite fictionalized history book and the book that made me become a scientist is The Hot Zone by Richard Preston. It is an actual event that happened, and it's like based off of interviews with the people who participated in it, but it is a fictionalization of the events, essentially, like stitching it all together into a cohesive narrative. He has a bunch of other books about infectious diseases if you're interested in such things, like Demon in the Freezer, which is about smallpox if you want to never sleep again at night. Because it's all about... He has an interview with a Soviet-Russian bioweapons expert, and the bioweapons expert is like, yeah, so like half of the smallpox supply from the bioweapons program in Soviet Russia is gone. We don't know where it is. So,
surely it's not good anymore, right?
Yeah, surely. It's not like the one time in the NIH where they opened up a freezer, looked in the back, and they found live frozen smallpox samples in the back of the freezer. Not supposed to be there. Bad. But yeah, those are the stuff that I've read recently. I also read and really enjoyed Salt, which is what put me on my food history kind of trip. Which is by a journalist, not by a historian. It's pretty good.
That's just not accurate then.
I know.
We only trust historians here.
It does have more works cited than most other things. So
all right. Yeah. We'll give it a go for now.
All right, next question, because I waxed philosophic too long on that one.
About salt.
Again, very on brand.
True. Look, before I was a 40K player, I was already salty. Logan has a question, which is, what is your favorite go-to birthday meal?
Ooh. Birthday meal.
Seth, you're up first. I'm going to make you go first.
It's less my choice and more like my mother made it my choice. And so now it's nostalgic, if that makes sense. Country fried steak.
It's a good one.
Yeah, when I was a kid and my mom would make a special meal for my birthday, she would make her bœuf bourguignon. So I guess that. It's been a long time since I've had it.
See, and now you want it. Now I want country fried steak. Yeah. We're both screwed. It's too late. I get it tonight.
You can't make any food after 9 p.m.
Well, I'm not making a country fried steak after 9 p.m. And I don't know anywhere else that's going to be open this late to get it.
Man, I can't think of like a specific meal. There's an Argentinian steakhouse near us where we like to celebrate big things. So going there is always fun. You get like a...
Is that like a Brazilian steakhouse?
No, because that's like an unlimited like thing. Yeah, like Fogo de Chao. This is like a place, and they have an attached butcher's market next to it where you can buy steaks if you want to. But we go there occasionally for celebration things, and they have a meal for two, which is just like a grill, like a little grill with like flames in it that has the meat on top of it, which is kind of fun. Yeah, I like that. Meat. It comes with a side salad and bread. Well, I'll just put that out.
I fried my steak, so you're already more healthy. So, relax.
First time I had chicken fried steak was when I went to the Eisenhower Library in Kansas. It was a good steak.
I just enjoy how the connecting bit there was the Eisenhower Library.
That was my facepalm. Was like, of course, it was. I went to the Eisenhower Library.
Why else would I go to Kansas, Seth?
Fair. All right.
Especially Abilene, Kansas.
You got me. What's next?
Next question is from Scott, which is, why is it that doctors are so rare in 40K? I think I'm the only one in my state.
There was actually a few in our comment section from last week.
They did come out of the woodwork, essentially. It was funny to see, like, I'm a doctor.
You're represented. I didn't realize we were an underrepresented minority, but yay.
When I played in the Adepticon teams one year, one of the other teams, we were talking, and they were like, oh, we've got a doctor on our team, too. He's a pediatrician. And I'm like, I'm not that.
You're like, I can disassemble the children.
Yeah. Oh, no. All right.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we all kind of have the similar life cycle of, you know, we were, you know, into the hobby as a kid. We went to school. And if you were a doctor, you went to a lot of school. And then you get out, and then eventually you have free time and money again. And you're like, oh, yeah, I like doing that. So I don't know why doctors are rare, because there's a lot of guys that that will tell the same version of that story. They just might be like, yeah, I'm an engineer, or yeah, I'm an, accountant or a lawyer or whatever. So
it's true.
Doing a quick head count in the Team Canada application process right now, there's at least 3 people with PhDs. So
see, there you go.
That rare.
I will say the funniest population of people that I've met the most of in Warhammer 40K is air traffic controllers.
yeah.
I know, like,
wouldn't have pegged that, but yeah, that is a common.
It's a lot more than I ever anticipated.
Yeah, that's like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I can't name meeting an air traffic controller outside of the 40K realm.
Well, yes, why would you? They live in those towers.
Exactly, they never.
Like, I've met lots. I have other lives occasionally. No, I can't think.
I'm still waiting for the day. Go ahead.
This is one of my favorite things about 40K is you get to meet people that you otherwise would never meet. Some of my close 40K friends, one of them makes TV shows for children, and another one is a mechanic.
There we go. KR just got another air traffic controller.
There you go.
There you go.
Like you would never meet these people from very different walks of life if it wasn't for this connection point.
It's true. And you meet a lot of strange people on the internet. Yeah, that is how we all met. These three doctors
that literally live in geographic locations from each other.
Yeah, we didn't all go to the one doctor school on the planet and meet.
One doctor school.
There's one doctor school.
Secret. It's actually you're revealing the secret of the Doctor Illuminati.
Sorry.
Easy now. Easy.
Whoa. I'll keep it to myself. All right. The next question is from Isaac again.
I think Isaac's going to finish us out for tonight.
He will. He has two questions. First one is, how many games do you guys do a week? And is playing an entire 8-man teams event by yourself part of your weekly practice?
No, that's just insane.
Mm-hmm.
I might play a game a week.
I usually play at most 2 games a week, usually 1 game a week.
Yeah. Mine varies wildly. On average, it's multiple games a week, but that's because of I go to so many events.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Because I'll go to, I don't know, at least an event a month, probably on average more than that. So it's a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, I guess I try to get like an RTT a month at least. So there's at least 3 games 4 weeks. So, probably averages a little higher than one a week, but
I mean, do you count TTS? Because I unfortunately have to do TTS games for WTC, in which case many games.
Time out. There was at least a solid 2 years in my 40K life where if I wasn't playing in TTS, it was playing at a tournament because there was no one to play in the town I lived for the longest time.
I am very lucky for that. I have a great local community. It's very easy to get games in person.
Yeah. I will say that even though I probably could play a lot of games in person, I still play games on TTS because traveling an army across to different parts of Chicago can be kind of a pain in the ass.
I kind of imagine taking an army on public transit is not
the most
fun thing to do.
It's fine. But like once it starts to be winter and now we have like 6 inches of snow outside, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, no.
It was minus 22 Celsius with the wind chill when I went to walk my dog earlier. We did not walk for very long.
Oh, now I have to convert our weather to Celsius.
It was cold today. I had to put on a jacket with insulation.
What does that mean, Seth?
I think it was 42 degrees Fahrenheit today.
Yeah, it's -7 with a low of -12 Celsius here in Chicago right now.
I'm just have to Google Auburn temperature.
And because we live right next to the lake, we have a small craft advisory in case you wanted to take it off the lake.
Here, I did the work for you, Francois.
That sounds not wise.
Here. It's 6. It's a balmy 6 degrees.
All right. And then the last question is also from Isaac, like I said. And it says, is Canada washed at WCW?
Yeah, they didn't. I wasn't there, but the Canadians who were there did not do great.
And I think we found the key factor because you weren't there.
Oh no, that's not why. I went 3-5 the year before. You would have
pulled that average up.
I don't know about that, but no, it was a bloodbath. I think someone did the math. I think it might have been Jeremy. And after Pod, the win rate for Canada was like 37% or something abysmal like that.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot here because I think I know why. Because Canada has so many goddamn golden tickets, they go to like 17 states at their events.
They do fall from the sky, yes.
So it's like Scotland sent a dude in us.
We had 70.
Yeah, like so they get like golden ticket. Like legitimately, like my locals are mad because you have team events that get golden tickets, and we have team events here that don't. And they've applied for them and been told no. And we're like, what is this? Why can't we have golden tickets here, sir?
That's a GW question, not a Canada question. We keep asking.
I mean, we're to the point where we're trying to organize coming up and stealing golden tickets from you guys.
It wouldn't be that hard.
I know, apparently, based on the win rate.
Oh my gosh! All right, and that is all of our questions.
Yeah,
we have lasted 80 minutes. I'm so proud of us.
Here's the awkward question. I don't remember how we closed this out last time.
I think we just say, I hope you all had a lovely time listening to us today. Here on Medicae's Orders, episode 2, Take 2 and Vox Me in the Morning. We'll have to come up with another creative thing that has 3 in it somehow for next week. I don't know what it will be, but we'll figure it out.
That's really long. I don't know if I can remember all this.
I don't know if we can remember all of it either. But instead it's going to be Scuffed. And I'm going to say, I hope you all have a lovely week and a lovely weekend, and good luck at whatever events you're playing at. I've been Nathan. I've been joined by Seth. And I've been joined by Francois. I hope you all have a wonderful week.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Good night. And if you have an idea for an ending, tell us.